Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, finally to Imperator Rome. It has been a long time, ladies and gentlemen. We have been waiting for this game since Europa Universalis Rome. A game that many people liked, I guess, but well, actually loads of people loved, but many people had no fucking clue how to play, and I honestly would probably count myself among them these days. But ladies and gentlemen, it is finally here, or at least it is finally here for YouTubers or creators or whatever you want to fucking call us. And it will be out, of course, for you guys on the 25th. And I would just like to thank, firstly, Paradox, of course, for giving me the key to play this game early. As always, you guys are fucking amazing. If anyone would like to buy this game, please just go to the links down below. Buy it from the Paradox store, buy it from Steam. It's fucking worth it. I can say that. I can say it's definitely worth it. That's the best I could say. But first things first, we're going to be starting off one of our 2 campaigns, and we're going to be playing, obviously, a new game. We're going to be playing as Epirus, or I can't actually say his name because I'm really bad at saying Greek names. I'm really bad at Roman names. I'm bad at names. I think we've discussed. I think this is pretty much well established. Now this is the map, of course. This is the map, glorious map. Yeah, it's honestly very beautiful. Obviously, we can just like scroll in. This is the terrain map mode, which is the only time, as you guys have probably seen from pictures, you see that like the color of your countries are really only the borders. Everywhere else is the color, or is just the terrain. We've got the political map mode and currently the player map mode on this screen. But we're going to be playing Epirus and Pyrrhus, Arcady. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I will honestly admit I am really not good at this game yet. I am still very much in the learning to play the game stage of this this game cycle. So if this is going to be my hard let's play, and then I'm going to be doing a fairly easier, and I'm going to be doing a little bit easier let's play alongside it. So let's get into the game as Epirus. So here we go. As you can see, it's a nice smooth transition from the main, country pick to the actual, game itself. As you can see, the graphics are fucking gorgeous. I mean, for a Paradox game, this is easily the best looking game they've made. Now, I'm probably going to play on either terrain map mode or political map mode for the majority of the time. Of course, other map modes have their importance, like religion, province map mode, culture, population, stuff like that. But of course, we'll select those when needed, and not really any other, not really at all like elsewise. So anyway, the first thing that pops up, because we are in the Greek sphere, is the event about Alexander the Great. In Babylon, 18 years ago, the agreed king Alexander died suddenly at the age of 32. In the 5 years preceding his death, his continuing military successes had reshaped the world as known to the Greeks, his empire stretching, uninterrupted, from Egypt to the Indus. The shock of Alexander's early death and his lack of a chosen successor sent shockwaves through the hierarchy of the satraps and generals who attended him, splintering his empire into elements ruled by these potentates, styled as the Diadochi. I'm gonna admit I'm not really the best at pronouncing these words. If any of you guys would like to help me in pronouncing stuff, just please tell me how to say it down below. We'll go from there. For many years, they and their successors had been locked in a bitter struggle over the future of the empire, drawing all nations within their sphere of influence into the conflict. The wars of the Diadochi, we'll go with Diadochi, will surely continue. Perhaps it is up to Epirus to decide how they will end. The die is cast. So, I will admit, first things first, I'm going to say is this Epirus start is not recommended as one of the first starts. It's, as far as I remember, I'm pretty sure it's not on the bar below. I'm probably wrong, you never know. Now, Epirus is not really the hardest start, but it has got some distinct disadvantages because of the fact that you are surrounded by Macedon, one of the successor states. Rome is, of course, a historical enemy. We have Carthage over there, who are pretty powerful, and then we have, of course, Phrygia, and Egypt, 2 other successor states who are honestly just not. They're evil. Now, we do start with healthy manpower, income of treasury, and 200 of each power. We'll go into the powers and what they do more about when we actually do stuff with them. Sorry about my cough, I am still kind of ill. So I think the first thing we need to go over is, we should go over the... Actually, no, we'll go over these, then we'll go over these. So, some of these will be filled while we go through this. That's probably the safest way to go through it is this. So, nation overview. A general overview of your country. This includes total population, demographics, and a list of provinces it contains. You can also set or change your national ideas. So, it's pretty much one of the simplest things as you'd expect. It's just pretty much where you're going to... You want an overview of your nation. There's nothing else that needs to be said about this. It's just useful. That's pretty much the best way to put it. For right now, we're not going to do anything with it because I have I'll explain that in a bit. When it's relevant. Government. So the government is where you hire your advisors. You look at your potential possible successors. You look at your current heir. You look at your ruler, and then you also show a list of laws, which are changeable once you have the cost of the entire. Like obviously, once you have the oratory. Oh fuck me. Oratory cost. I actually don't know how to say that, so it's not whatever. Anyway, that's what you do. Of course, you can see legitimacy, next rule is legitimacy, increasing legitimacy, and of course, a little extra modifiers down there. So, let's move on to military. Military, we have the traditions. We are a Greek, so we go under the Greek traditions. There are 3 trees you go down. To get to the next level of tree, you must take the first level. You can't just go for this one, then there, then there, then there, and so on and so forth. One sec, I actually need to cough. My apologies. But I was saying, you can't just like go diagonally, you have to go downwards. Military traditions will get more expensive with every one you choose, but of course it doesn't really matter because there are ways to cheapen that. This is just showing a stat on every type of unit in the game. There are obviously war elephants, light infantry, light cavalry, horse archers, heavy infantry, heavy cavalry. I think that is heavy cavalry. Chariots, camels, and archers, and of course a boat of ships. I can't triremes or yeah triremes. They are triremes. So we'll probably be leaving that on for there for now. I still haven't really got used to this yet, but it's not really a problem. Now let's go to technology. Technology is where you'll be spending a lot of your time. At the moment, we are currently considered a research ineffective because we have only 47% effective research, which is pretty bad. But our current researchers will do their best to advance each level of research. Of course, now, one thing that will do is give us available interventions, which we will, of course, start taking in via civic power. Now, the first thing I like to do when in my test games or my games before release, I like to pick up 2 techs straight away just to get the ball rolling. The first one I like to pick normally is herbalism because it has a technology speed increase, which is always great. And then it's really a mix-up between national commerce income, national tax, and some starting experience for my troops. But I think if we look at our economy, which we'll quickly do here, we're currently only making any money really from taxes. So taxes is currently the best thing to do. So let's give ourselves some national tax. We'll get property tax. There we go. Now, more of these will become eventually, become available, like I said, through tech. But you will only ever have 3 of each type available at any time. You will then have to get rid of take one of the inventions to add another one to it. So say if I had 4 military ideas or military inventions and one of them wasn't showing, I'd have to take one of the current ones to then see the one that's not showing. I believe the newer ones are placed on top of older ones, so the older ones that you're missing out on, but I could be wrong. Currently, monthly research, our efficiency is going up. Which is great. Obviously, there are multiple things that can affect why your efficiency is lower or higher and whatnot. Obviously there's loads of things. It's not something we should really really worry about for now. Religion is where you manage your stability, your unrest, and your war exhaustion, and of course your omens. Omens cost a base standard cost, and that cost can change depending on, as it says, rule of corruption. Obviously, there are 8 things you could do: discipline, aggressive expansion change, national manpower modifier, national commerce income, research points, national unrest, national tax, and national population growth. For now, we're going to go straight for national tax, the blessings of Hades. So let's get that. That'll last us for 5 years, which is more than enough, let's be fair. Now, let's go to economy. I will go into depth more on each of these eventually, or as necessary. Now, the economy screen is pretty basic at the moment. Well, it's not pretty basic. It's pretty simple would be the correct. Basic is incorrect. So you can write in every area you have 3 levels of like how much you get out of it. So 3 levels of like I can't really think of the word I'm looking for. Like it's like a slider, but with like 3 points on that slider. So you can increase the so on the income you can increase like say harsh taxation, and then like add taxes to a transaction taxes to your commerce, or extorting when it comes to tributaries. Or you could be like lax and have free trade and whatnot, which will of course. Being harsh or being nice, of course, comes with a bonus and a comes with its own pros and cons. Same with army expenses. You can increase pay or you can decrease pay. It's pretty much always increase or decrease pay or wages. Of course, again, that comes with bonuses and negatives. Not really much you could do about it, but obviously these say if you really wanted some extra morale, you could just increase the pay by 50%, which in our case would actually put us near our economy baseline. So you can do that. It's not. I can't really say if it's useful or not. I think I'd say I've won a few more wars because of it, but it's one of those situational ones that you want to take on a very situational basis. You don't just want to take and be like, "Yep, I've got this now. Fuck everyone else." Anyway, moving on. Oh wait, sorry. It's also currency convert. Like you can convert gold into one of the power points. So of course it'll cost you a certain amount of money to convert to 25 power points. It'll always be 25 of the points, but your money will obviously you'll need to start investing more money when you've got a bigger economy in a bigger country. Diplomacy is pretty much bog standard. There are certain like alliance action, access, influence, covert, and relation actions. You can take with any country at any one time. Of course, each of those have their own cost, weight, and reason to do so. Decisions are pretty much the same. They're just pretty much the same as EU4. It's just decisions you can make once you meet the goals. Trade is something we'll get into. One thing I will say is I am going to turn off my surplus for trade. Because in your capital region, you can, of course, accrue multiple of one resource, which then gives you good bonuses. You can also do that via trade, but the bonuses are not as good as in comparison to capital bonuses. Characters are some people who you appoint to your armies, navies, positions. You can marry, so on and so forth, to basically build up your country, build up your power, and essentially breed success in a monarchy. I believe the best way to put that is. In Rome specifically, we'll go with because you are a senate or an aristocratic republic. Characters are very important, but also don't have the same importance. They have a different importance. There are also families, so you can see the different families within your empire. So, yeah, that's pretty much how this works. Scorned families are essentially when people don't have enough say in your government, which is. I mean, you could just ignore them, I do. And last but not least, mercenaries. Mercenaries, of course, are a massive part of this era. And I will admit, I have got one of my current... I have got a test game that I'm currently not using mercenaries as Rome. And it's working. I'm growing Rome very slowly. Now, the ones we've gone over bad research. We've gone over... here you go. Unused trade. Unfortunately, because we actually... got 2 ideas, we'll have to wait for wait until a couple of months. Now, lack of commander. At the moment, our Pyrrhus is currently not old enough, so we'll have to pick a ruler to rule in his stead, or a commander to command in his stead. And now, things to think about when you're picking a commander: there is prominence, popularity, loyalty, and corruption. I personally think corruption is not like I want in my army, because obviously, as it is, it increases wage. Loyalty is definitely something you want. Prominence, can't really say if it's useful or not. Nor can I say, popularity and prominence, I can't say if they're useful to an army, but I will 9 times out of 10 pick the top candidate, who is the current in this current army is Nabius Penid. And for our navy, you select among the same guys, and we will take Gorgos Penid, who has the trait Brave. That does unfortunately mean that his armies may become more loyal to him. Like, units may become more loyal to him, but that is okay. And I just quickly blow my nose. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. That was obviously not something I'd want to do in a video, but hey, I sound a bit better. Now that our armies and navy have a general, we are pretty much set to start the game, but there's one thing I want to do first. And we're going to do an immediate covert action. Now, covert actions are from supporting rebels, which you are required to be a certain power size, which we'll go through later I'll go through when I ascend into a new power slot. And fabricating claims, which is what we're going to do. We're going to fabricate for the claim a province of Epirus. Now, that is automatic. Now, we cannot declare war until the 1st of November. So you cannot declare war for an entire month after the start of the game. But we can move our armies. I'm actually going to put my guy into a phalanx because... Actually, we'll put ourselves into a bottleneck for now. Now, our army is ready. We are ready. Now, the first thing... Now, I will say the things I intend to do, and I'm actually putting myself in political because political is a little bit nicer for now. My goals early on are to take a few provinces down here, try and grow myself. Try and keep one of the successor states on my side. I don't know who yet. It does cost oratory power to obviously build that relation. But I will be taking Magna Graecia, and I will try and take out Rome. It's going to be quite hard to take on Rome, but we'll do what we can. Now, let's start the game. So far, our army is moving, and we've got Diomedia and Demetrius. The political situation has evolved quickly since the start of the Diadochi conflicts. Every state of the Hellenic world is deciding who to support and hoping that they will have the back to the right house or horse. For our own part, it has been suggested that King Pyrrhus' sister Diomeda, previously betrothed to Alexander the Great's late son, would make a good match with Demetrius, son of Antigonius, and heir of the Pyrrhian kingdom. The Antigonids could just be the friends we need. This could secure a powerful alliance. The accursed Pyrrhagarians have decided to back out of the long-planned marriage of Demetrius Antigonid and Diomedia Arcadid. I'm going to butcher so many names here. This is going to be brilliant. Citing the political upheaval as a cause for uncertainty, we had banked on their support in the inevitable conflicts to come. We will have to take stock once more. So we've that horse is no longer going to back us, or no longer wants to be anything to do with us, which is, I mean, hey, that's fine. Now, I believe I'm going to put myself for this war. I'm actually going to quickly put myself on increased pay. Now, this is going to ruin our economy, and one thing I will say is your economy is a temple. Do not ruin your economy. But early on, if you're trying to land grab early on, and you're going to waste a lot of your manpower, which you're not going to have a lot of manpower at the beginning of the game, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to pretend you will. And we're going to declare war. We're going to, of course, call our allies. Because we started with an ally up here in these guys, the Toylantia. Right, so the Epirus army, first Thastos, is going to invade. And this guy, unfortunately, is quicker than us because he's only archers. We are only archers. We really need to get some heavy infantry. The problem with that is, of course, we need iron. The only way to get iron is, of course, trade for it. We will do that the best we can as soon as we can. But for now, we'll just have to do what we can. If someone might join this war, that's something we should mention. There are a chance other people could join the war. So we need to be very careful. Now, we did accrue some aggressive expansion by declaring war. Or it could have been because of the claim. One of the two. You could safely assume it was one of them, but I don't actually know which one it was. Now, our ally will eventually come down here. Pyrrhus the Guileless. Deception does not come naturally to Pyrrhus, Arcadia. On the rare occasion that he attempts subterfuge, even his friends have to feign ignorance in order to avoid the scene. That's not good. Guileless. That's just not good. It does remove corruption from him quicker, which is great. And as I said, looks like Aetolia, this little country right here, has decided to join in on Arcania's side. Now, Arcania is actually recruiting an army, which is going to be a problem because they're actually recruiting infantry. I'm not really too worried, but... Okay, I'm slightly worried, I'll admit. Now, we could recruit some men straight to our army, but I'm going to wait because I want to see if I can get some iron. I'm gonna improve opinion with you because I want you to give me your iron. Because iron, ladies and gentlemen, is very important. Heavy infantry does cost a lot of money, but heavy infantry also hits like a brick. So, ladies and gentlemen, do try and get iron. And oh, they've got another friend. No, Aetolia just has multiple islands. I did not know this. Belisarius Glucius offers friendship. We have received an envoy sent by Belisarius Glucius Toilantid, ruler of our ally, Tulantia. He offers our ruler, Belisarius I hate names, Pyrrhus, his personal friendship. There is no doubt that a strong connection could ensue. Sure, reliable allies, this could be useful. For now, obviously, becoming friends with him is definitely in our best interest. Just because it's in our best interest. Now, if we're unlucky, these guys are going to come and try and attack me. And they could probably very well win. No, it looks like we would win, which is good. Our ally is finally starting to make a move down to us, which is great. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we are actually going to have to end this part here. I hope you guys have enjoyed the first part of Imperator Rome, and I will see you guys in the next part. See you guys then.